Hey there everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a fun home decor haul for you all, and I just felt like I needed a little bit of a refresh this year, so I found some fun new pieces, and a lot of them are on the more budget-friendly side, so I'll do my best to link what I can down below in the description box through affiliate links. I can't link everything, but I will try to link similar things, and you all know when I do these hauls, I like to show you how I plan to style the piece in my space, so hopefully you can get some fun decorating inspiration, and maybe if you can't find these exact products, you could find something similar at a thrift store, or if we don't have the same style, you can still kind of use the designer tips that I give you in your own space in your own way. So I hope you feel inspired by watching this haul, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I found was this stunning scalloped travertine tray. Now, I bought this online at Marshall's. It was $29.99, and this is such a great deal because this looks super duper similar to the one that they sell on Lulu in Georgia for $270. So I got it for a teeny tiny fraction of that price, and it still gives off that very designer look. Scallops are huge right now. I just mentioned this in my trends video. It's such a unique and interesting detail to add to a space. It really helps to add that extra layer of visual interest and kind of playfulness to a space. So I'm just gonna use this on our coffee table, and I'm gonna pop a little candle on here and a small vase, just because on our coffee table, I don't like things to take up too much space because we eat there, I do crafts there, we do work there. So I just kind of like to have that table freed up. So this will help to add some texture and interesting lines, but just not take up a ton of space. But I think this would be so pretty in a bathroom to maybe hold some soaps or lotion or a candle just to make it feel more spa-like. This specific shape has sold out since I bought it. I do post over on my Like to Know It when I find things like this, so you guys can get them as soon as they hit. I did post about this when it first came on, but there is another one that's larger and it's a round shape. So I think it's about $10 more, but it still would be really beautiful on a coffee table or a console table. Just one of those beautiful, really expensive looking pieces to kind of corral your items. Okay, so since spring is right around the corner, I did end up picking up a lot of stems. So there are quite a few in this haul. And the first ones are these really beautiful fairy stems. So as you can see, they do shed a little bit, but they were so affordable. So these were $7.99, but I got them on sale for 40% off, and they were like $5 a stem. So for 2 stems, it was $10, and you can see that it's pretty full. So I wanted to get these for just kind of like a smaller accent vase because I figured that they would just add a nice pop of that like neutral kind of floral feel. And when I'm sourcing faux stems, I try to look for things that would naturally be occurring in nature. So this color palette to me looks very earthy. It's neutral. I feel like these could have just been growing in a field somewhere and I could have just clipped them right out of it. You would not even know until you touch them and the little balls fall off, but it's fine. Just 2 of these stems would be perfect popped in a little vase for somewhere like a bathroom or maybe a nightstand. I know faux stems can be controversial, but personally I am all for them just because I don't have the time to keep up with real stems. I just like to set it and forget it, and I think that when you source stems that do look more on the realistic side, it can be even hard to tell if they're real or not. And these, especially from a distance, look so real. Honestly, just looking at them right now, it would be one of those things where I feel like I'd have to touch it, and then you touch it and you're like, oh yeah, that's fake. But I do think that they have a very lifelike look to them and just help to add that kind of spring-like feel to my space. Okay, so I don't know if you all remember, but in our primary bedroom, I kind of have all of my items that I use before bed corralled on this pretty little marble tray that I found at Target. I have things like my pillow spray and chapstick and lotion, and that marble tray is so beautiful, but it was sold out for so long. And so when I was at Target today, I actually found this really cute marble tray. It's super duper similar. This guy was $30, and I actually really liked this kind of ridge detail in here. I think that's super pretty, so I was excited to kind of find a different variation of that one. And what I actually am planning to use this for is on our kitchen countertop. Personally, I love the look of stone. I think it looks super expensive, so I'm going to use this to just corral a couple of cooking items that I use daily. I'm going to use this to just organize them and make them feel a a little bit more intentionally styled. So that's kind of a tip I have, is just whenever you have some miscellaneous items that you need every single day, whether it be beauty items in your bathroom or cooking items or things that you use on your coffee table like a remote, I always think it just really helps to elevate your space to just put them in some sort of tray or catch-all, just to help things seem and feel a little bit more intentional and organized. Okay, so next we have another stem, and these ones might be my favorite of the entire haul. And they are these gorgeous cream blush colored berry stems. These I actually got from Magnolia, which if you guys are unfamiliar, it's Joanna Gaines, her like designer site. And I got this because I wanted something with more of a moody color palette within the leaves and the greenery. And I actually was looking at buying the A floral ones. Those were like $30 to $40 a stem. So $14 was a lot cheaper. So I opted for these instead of those. And I'm really glad I did, because I think that these berries add a lot of visual interest and personality to the stem. I also like how the tips of the leaves just have a little bit of burgundy to them and just kind of fit in with that more moody color palette. So I'm actually going to use these over in our living room. We have this beautiful Arha space that I talk about all the time on my channel, and that's kind of a focal point of our room. And it's kind of where I like to display my current favorite stems, because they're always seen being in the living area. So I'm just gonna pop 4 of these in that vase, and I just love the moody aesthetic that it gives off. Honestly, it looks like it is a still life come to life. That's kind of what I like about it. I just feel like these belong in a painting, and they're just something different. You know, lots of greenery that I have throughout my home is just usually pretty green, and I like that these have that really beautiful variation of color in the leaves and the little speckles on the berries. I just think it's a really fun and unique piece. Okay, so a while back I found these really beautiful kind of taupe linen-y frayed edge pillows at Target, and I use them on our bed. I just use 3 of them to kind of dress it up a little and give it that kind of casual, organic feel when making my bed. But those have been discontinued for a really long time. So when I was at Target today, I found this really beautiful kind of linen-y type material frayed edge pillow with this subtle stripe detail. And I was like, okay, I need that, because for our sofa, I like to have kind of an anchoring pillow in the corner, just so it's nice to kind of like prop up against and lean against. And when I look at sourcing pillows for my sofas, I like to find contrasting colors to my sofa. So for example, we have a very dark navy sofa, so I like to put lighter pillows on top, just so it's a little bit more pleasing to the eye. It helps give that contrast to my space. So I figured that this really beautiful kind of subtle striping detail would be just enough pattern, but still give off that really kind of calming, organic feel that I like, because I don't like too many conflicting patterns, because sometimes it can crowd a space in my opinion, and that's really just a personal preference. Some people really love that maximalist look of lots of different patterns all mixed together, just so it makes a space feel a little bit more busy and there's more to look at. But personally, I like a more calm, serene feel where your eyes feel like they can rest, and there's really comfortable and casual fabrics with very subtle patterns on them. So I figured that this pillow would be really great. It was 40 bucks, and it's just gonna add that really pretty casual kind of laid back feel to our sofa. Okay, so next we have another stem, and I found these really beautiful kind of sagey green berry stems, and these were such a steal. These were $5 each, but they're currently 40% off, so they were like $3 each. So I ended up buying 5 of them, and this is kind of what they look like together as a group. And that's kind of what stopped me in the store, is they had a bunch of them all together, and I just thought that it looked so beautiful and kind of gathered. And again, when I source faux stems, I like to find pieces that have that really natural, subtle color palette that look like they're actually found in nature. You know, they're not bright orange or bright red. They just have a really soft, natural coloring to them, and I loved the texture of these berries. Same thing with the leaves. If you look, they kind of look to be like dusty and two-toned, so it helps to add some texture to the overall arrangement without being too distracting and still feeling very natural. So I love that these look expensive, but they were totally a budget find. Like I said, $3 each, and I got 5 of them, so $15 for this entire arrangement, which I feel like is such a great deal. Okay, so in my last trends video, I talked about how the checkered pattern is still going strong. So when I saw this throw blanket, I could not pass it up. and it is this stunning made in Portugal kind of gauzy checkered throw. And something that I really like about this is that there's not too much contrast in between the colors. So it's a really light cream color with this kind of like beigey brown, and I just think that that looks very subtle, but it still helps to give a punch of pattern to where it doesn't feel too busy or crazy, but it just is enough to make a space feel interesting and give your eye something neat to land on. So I'm actually going to use this on our sofa. We don't have enough room for a table, but I do have a really beautiful antique skinny bench that I put there. That just helps to break up the space and add a bit of that organic texture in there. So I'm just going to drape this over the back of the couch. This helps to add a little bit of pattern and contrast to break up the space, but it's not hindering any type of traffic flow or taking up a ton of space. So it's just a great way to use a throw that you really love kind of as decor. Not only does it have this beautiful checkered pattern on it, but I love the fringe detail. I think that just helps to add a little bit of something extra, making it to feel very expensive. And this blanket was only $29.99. I believe it is still currently in stock at the time of me filming this. So I will try to edit this really quickly and get it out for those of you who want to take advantage of that deal, because it is so good. I mean, it has that really beautiful kind of like gauzy material, which I love. It just helps your space to feel very casual and laid back and really earthy. So I like that it has the fringe detail, beautiful fabric, nice subtle pattern on there, and it's just a really great way to kind of dress up a sofa, add to a blanket ladder or an accent chair for a fun punch of pattern. Okay, so as I've mentioned before, when it comes to pillows, I just really enjoy things with a very subtle pattern that are made of natural materials, things like hemp, jute, or linen, that just have a really natural organic feel to them. So I found this beautiful asymmetrical black stripe pillow at TJ Maxx. It was $24.99. What I really liked about it is that it had some sort of a pattern to it, but it wasn't overwhelming and just had a very natural feel to it. So I've seen similar pillows like this at CB2 for like 60 bucks. So it was nice that it was less than half the price. And I think I'm actually just gonna use it right behind me in our dining bench area. I think that the black stripes really help to add a little punch of contrast, but still just keep things feeling very light and airy. And again, I like the natural texture of this woven material and how it just feels to be very subtle. So I think this is going to look great paired with our leather bench seat. Also, I get lots of questions on this. We did have it custom made by like a local upholsterer, and it was a little bit more on the pricier side, but it's a very durable outdoor vinyl, so it should hold up for a really long time. And I just like that it's wipeable. And that's another thing, is I always try to get pillows with removable covers, so that way if somebody spills something on it, it's no big deal. I can just unzip it right here and throw it in the wash and we're good to go. So a really great find with that very natural organic look to it that kind of blends seamlessly into the style that I have in my space. All right, everyone, that about wraps up this video. I hope that you enjoyed this little home decor haul and styling session. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help to support the channel and makes it so I can keep doing videos like this. Also, make sure that you're subscribed so you have access to my community page where I post things like sales, restock alerts, and new arrivals. When high-end looking decor items pop up, like things in this haul, I try to alert you guys over in my community page. So that's a benefit of being subscribed. You can only see that if you are subscribed. You can also hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I just hope you all enjoyed this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fabulous week so far, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!